During a recent encounter, Minister Lawrence shared with members of the media fraternity the details of several projects that she and staff are hoping to complete this year. This plan includes boosting of personnel and building the capacity of the current staff through training programs as well as infrastructural changes to some of the homes that her ministry has responsibility for across the country. On the administrative side, Mrs. Lawrence says there will be changes even as government moves to standardize and modernize these institutions. For the children's homes, she says the plan is not only to provide training for the staff, but to review the current hiring practice with the introduction of background checks for employees. She also mentioned the plan to rebuild the space that served as a drop in center, but at a new location in Sophia.
But we want to rebuild a modern center, not just a center. And within that center, we're hoping to have some studio apartments, 3, so that when we have to remove children, once one of the parent is not involved in the reason why they're being removed from the home, we can take a family there and we can keep them there until the court decides on the program that we have set for them.
The ministry is also looking at establishing 2 facilities in Tain, Quarantine Berbice. These facilities, Mrs. Lawrence says, will cater to boys and girls separately who are betwixt and between court matters. These homes will provide a safe space for the youths rather than having them remain in the lockups or vulnerable circumstances. Over at the Palms Geriatric Home, some $60 million has been earmarked for the installation of elevators, which will bring much needed relief to the residents and staff.
Because, we have 3-story buildings and you're dealing with seniors, some of them who are unable to move as quickly as we can. And also for the staff there who must fetch the laundry up the stairs, the breakfast, the lunch, and so on. By the time we get up there, it's cold. So we're going to put in these lifts. It's going to cost us around $60 million. But it's a worthwhile investment so that all of these things can be taken care of. In the meanwhile, bringing some more space for the staff instead of them having to fetch that up.
Additionally, there will be some organizing of the wards and the introduction of an infirmary which will be serviced by 2 doctors and in the near future, nurses. Meanwhile, at the Hugo Chavez Center for Rehabilitation and Reintegration, Minister Lawrence says the plan is to continue to make the facility and residents more self-reliant. Part of the plan for this center is to, apart from continuing skills training for residents, to build apartments for those whom the administrators believe are able to care for themselves and be weaned off the system. Delisha Fletcher, Newsroom.